Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As ladies and gentlemen, as your narrator through the book of Revelation, as I've said time and time again, I think one of my favorite things that I like doing is reading the headlines that truly captivate the masses. Back in the day, I remember when Bruce Jenner turned into Caitlyn and then won Woman of the Year. And now, as the biggest crypto bullrun indicator yet, Caitlyn Jenner is here letting every single one of you know that the celebrities are about to be unlocked. The trans community is here for crypto. And nothing would bring more joy to my day than to see right before Pride Month the alphabet people be fully awakened for the crypto bull run.
Hi everybody, this is Caitlyn Jenner here. I know, actually I've been running around all day playing golf, and Sophia, my CEO, has been doing a wonderful job with my new crypto coin. Yes, this is for real. Get involved. It's going to be very good. So I'm very excited about it, and I'm looking forward to the future for the next couple of hours. So keep the sales going. This is exciting.
Oh, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is the point I want to make with that. The boomers and the alphabet people are officially here. This is massive because this time around, they're activating the retail investor in all angles. Celebrities are starting early this time around. 2 ETFs for 2 different coins have been approved. Donald Trump is running on the crypto community. Caitlyn Jenner is shilling a scam. And it's even being shown that Caitlyn Jenner's coin is allowing for inflation rates on that token. Would you look at that? Man, if FTX wasn't bad enough with Stephen Curry, Tom Brady, and all these other celebrities shilling the biggest scam in crypto, this time around, the Kardashian family is gonna rug pull you even harder. All that to say is, retail investors are about to be flooding into this space, and this is fantastic. PayPal announced their USD stablecoin now available on the Solana blockchain. Remember when I told you all, go to where the money flows, go to where the attention is, go to where the users and developer activity is, which is why I've been telling all of you that Jupiter in the Solana ecosystem is absolutely going to make millionaires. I've been recommending it all the way since 50 cents. And now is an opportunity yet again to get in before the entry points leave you. At the same time, MasterCard is launching a crypto credential, allowing users to send and receive crypto using a username instead of a wallet address. You know how annoying it is to try and copy and paste that coded message with numbers and letters in the alphabet in a random sequence. That's extremely difficult. So just imagine how easy it's going to be when you can just send it to someone's address that's more like a username, similar to an Instagram or Twitter handle, similar to an email. Payments are going to be so fluid and so easy. Crypto is gonna gain mass adoption. Retail investors are going to be sold on en masse, but you guys are all here early. You've been studying and analyzing this moment. All of you are prepared. In addition, we're seeing the war tensions between China and the US continuing to ramp up, as in the South China Sea. Military drills are happening between China and Taiwan, and simultaneously the economic stances are being made. Lines in the sand are being made. The BRICS nations are adding to their nations. China is dumping $49 billion in U.S. Treasuries in Q1. This will continue. The dollar is weakening. And unfortunately, the reality is that war is good for crypto. This is just the fact of the matter. I don't want war to happen, but it is happening, and we are looking at how crypto is reacting. Simply play the game and don't get emotional about it, my friends. Because center stage right now at Consensus 2024, they're letting you know that politics and the atmosphere around crypto, especially in Washington, D.C., has completely changed. Speaker Tom Fairley, the former president of the New York Stock Exchange, dropped a truth bomb on Elizabeth Warren. She has met her match and she has fucked up unbelievably. And remember to vote for John Deaton for Senate, as we're about to kick the dinosaur of Elizabeth Warren all the way out.
In college, there's this concept of the Overton window. What's acceptable? And Elizabeth Warren has made a very successful career of finding the very edge of the Overton window, the edge towards more government control. And she's found it. That's the acceptable edge, and she's staked out a very important position for herself. She is incredibly effective at wielding power and controlling Washington. And I've been saying to myself for literally years, and others, it feels like she missed the Overton window, but nobody seems to care. Like, is the public really as anti-crypto as she seems to believe? And I think finally, actually, there was I'll give you an odd anecdote. On April 25th, I got a tweet, and it said, Elizabeth Warren to go after child sexual abuse. And I thought, that's amazing. I clicked on it. It brought me to her website, and literally the first words I saw were, Senator Warren encourages the DOJ to stop crypto. And I thought, okay, it's gone too far. She sees evil in crypto in every single respect, as opposed to there are bad people there, as opposed to every other industry, let's regulate it, let's root bad people out in a really strong fashion. And I think she missed the Overton window. The Democratic Party finally woke up to it. And I think 5 years of evolution happened in 5 minutes. And I'm really, really optimistic about what it means in this.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make something abundantly clear in case it wasn't clear to every single one of you. The SEC, Elizabeth Warren, and Joe Biden all hated crypto. They all formed an anti-crypto army. The reason this Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF both passed was because they realized they would absolutely get annihilated in the election if they continued on this anti-crypto tirade. Every single step of the way, what we witnessed was the SEC get their ass handed to them in court. The FIT21 bill is disempowering the SEC, and Eleanor Tourette posted yet again. An ex-SEC staffer was asked what would it take for the head of an independent agency to be removed. The answer was that short of impeachment, it would be almost impossible, since the independent agency appointees serve for a fixed term, not at the will of the president. But this person pointed out the SEC is set up slightly differently than other agencies, and that all of the 5 commissioners are confirmed as commissioners, and the president deems one of them as chair. So the president could at any time theoretically name another commissioner as chair. I wonder if Biden could consider doing this with Gary Gensler after this debacle. Your tax dollars are at work, as a judge ordered the SEC to pay $1.8 million in damages for abusing its power against crypto company Debtbox. And this has just been a complete waste of taxpayer money. Brad Garlinghouse has said it best. The SEC has an unlimited war chest funded by your tax dollars to go after any crypto company which is in the private sector that has a limited war chest. This is killing innovation, and had Ripple not taken the stand they did against the SEC, we would still be weak. That's why it's important that this time around, in this specific election cycle, Ripple is parking $25 million in a super PAC. We now have a crypto lobby backing a lot of these candidates and helping to enforce a pro-crypto agenda. And this is oh so important, my friends. This is what we've been missing. Money talks louder than self-righteous posts on Twitter. And Representative French Hill from Arkansas, the chair of the subcommittee on digital assets, talked about the FIT21 bill, the Ether ETF approval, a CBDC versus stablecoin, and Donald Trump's pro-crypto stance. And I have a bold prediction for all of you. I believe that 2024 we're going to be seeing more bullish price action, but 2025 is going to be the year where all this regulation finally passes. Remember, Mike Novogratz was posted on one of my previous videos stating that he believes all of these laws for crypto are going to be implemented once the elections are over, and that's typically how it works. And my friends, I absolutely agree. But before we continue with anything else, we have to remember that Brad Garlinghouse stated crypto voters will be a significant force in this year's election. We're seeing that action in real time. Now, look at how the crypto community is hitting the mainstream and shifting policy in this country.
Fox, the first ever digital assets legislation is passed in the House of Representatives, but the future of the bill remaining unclear as the Senate has yet to come up with companion legislation. There's no timing on when the Senate needs to act. Joining us right now to talk about what comes next, Congressman French Hill chairs the Digital Assets Subcommittee and one of the authors of FIT21. Good morning to you. So there's no timing on this at all. What's going to happen?
Andrew, good to be with you. Well, look, for the last couple of years, we've worked on a bicameral and bipartisan basis on bills that would enhance our digital assets ecosystem. One on payment stablecoins legislation that Patrick McHenry and Maxine Waters have worked on, and FIT21 that we passed last week, overwhelmingly 279 yes votes, including 71 Democrats. So that in and of itself sends a major signal to the Senate that we've got good text, we've got bipartisan support, and I think that should incent Senators Loomis and Gillibrand, Stabenow and Bozeman, four members that have worked extensively on understanding this topic, to collaborate with us on a bicameral partnership to pass this bill.
Well, where do you stand on this? I don't know how much you've been focused on this Ether ETF, but in the investment world, that has become the game, at least over the last month, in terms of when that will happen, what the SEC is going to do. Do you have a position on it?
Well, I'm supportive of the SEC going through the same process they did when they looked at, under both Chairman Clayton and Chairman Gensler, approving a Bitcoin ETP. They're following that same process. They had a setback in federal court that I think sped up their analysis. Plus, they determined that the cash market and the futures market seem to be in good correlation. I think that'll enhance the assessment of Ether and put it on slightly a shorter time frame than we saw in the Bitcoin process.
I don't know if you saw former President Trump making some comments at a rally recently saying that he's going to protect, if you're in the crypto, if you like crypto, I'm going to protect your crypto. We're going to make crypto work for you. What did you think of that?
Well, I'm glad to see President Trump's for innovation in the United States. We want the U.S. to be a leader in financial technology, just like we have in other forms of technology, particularly as we look at the future of the internet, Web3, and blockchain. He also said that he was not supportive of a U.S. Central bank digital currency, which I think is a good position. I prefer the private sector leading in payments, and that's why we're still working on a payment stablecoin bill that will let the private sector here lead in that manner on a dollar-backed payment stablecoin.
It's interesting just to see even former President Trump change gears on this, because he was a skeptic originally. Were you a skeptic originally too?
Well, I've always said that I think blockchain has tremendous ability to take out frictional costs in financial services and other forms of the economy. And I think that the concept of a tokenized payment through a payment stablecoin makes sense inside certain applications on a blockchain. That doesn't make me per se someone that would think that Bitcoin is a store of value. I'm not making that argument, but I am arguing that the U.S. needs the right regulatory framework for digital assets so that venture capitalists, innovators, investors, and consumers can feel like we've got the right regime for innovation in the future of blockchain and Web3.
Now, guys, that's so important, and I can't understate that. It is so important that they're looking at the private sector for a private sector stablecoin and not a CBDC in America yet. Here, Good Morning Crypto types up some incredible XRP catalysts, which include the tokenization narrative, the USA partnership announcements, XRP ETF filings and eventual approvals, a potential Ripple IPO, and especially based on what that senator just said, a Ripple stablecoin is coming, I think, in about a month or two. There is now full clarity. Partnerships are being announced. 7 years of accumulation for XRP at rock bottom levels. The XRP ledger is gaining massive adoption, updates and amendments, and it's relisted on all US exchanges. Do you guys see what's about to happen next? Because I do. I presented this chart on my channel the other day, and I do think something along these lines is on the way. And if this is in fact the case, we're going to be well into the green. We're about to be extremely well rewarded. I do think a 2017 style move for XRP is coming soon. And I'm going to have numerous analysts coming to the forefront very soon to help all of you feel confirmed with the technicals that XRP is finally going to move. Ripple and XRP have positioned themselves properly for this upcoming crypto bull run. And just a little bit of clarity, last video I misspoke. We are not quite at the last stages of the crypto bull market yet. But what I mean is, we're in the last stages before the crypto bull market truly shows itself. Specifically for the masses. Now remember this. Once peak euphoria hits in the coming weeks, which I do expect to happen, profit taking will be essential. And just watch how all the new retail investors, maybe your family, friends, and loved ones, will really try and say that you were lucky. We weren't lucky. We deserve every single dollar we're about to get. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.